Good morning and welcome back to another Eduro Learning Facebook Live. My name is Kim Cafino and I am here for my fifth installment of my 5 strategies for your coaching toolkit series. So today is the last video in this series of 5 strategies, and today's topic is to celebrate success. All of these strategies have been about how to kind of build a coaching culture in your school, how to help people understand what coaching is, and how to make coaching successful in your school environment. So today is probably one of my favorites. As I said, it's number 5, celebrating success. And if you see me looking over here at the side, it's because my notes are there. I'm going to talk about the what, the why, and the how of celebrating success. And then I'm going to share some things that I'm really excited about that are coming next from Eduro Learning. And I hope you stay and hear a little bit about that after I'm done giving you some hopefully useful tips that can apply in your setting. So what is celebrating success? Pretty straightforward. The idea is to highlight the great learning that's happening in your school, to highlight the great work that teachers are doing, and to see how students are learning in new and innovative ways using technology. So basically, it's to share great things that are happening in your school community. And we all know that schools are such busy places. We don't often stop and take a moment to actually say and share and celebrate the great things that are going on. So, making that a priority, making that part of your coaching role can be something really positive and successful in that environment. And it can help teachers see what great things are happening behind closed doors that they might not ordinarily see. So that's the what, highlighting the great learning that's happening in your school. The why would you bother doing this? It's to share great learning, obviously, to share teachers' experiences, to let other teachers learn from other teachers so that they know that what that teacher is doing is possible for them too. It's to kind of open the doors between classrooms so teachers can see what's going on behind a door that they might not ordinarily get to peer into. It's to be able to reflect on our practice and see what works and allow other people to try and take risks and do new things with their practice as well. Of course, it's to spread that coaching culture so teachers know that working with a coach is valuable. It's something they can learn from and something that they can help make their classroom experiences even better than they already are. Of course, it's a way to provide inspiration, to celebrate accomplishment, and basically to learn from other people's experience. One thing I think that can be really valuable but isn't always easy to do is to provide also opportunities to celebrate attempts in getting to success. So like maybe you wait until something's been successful if there have been several attempts, but you also talk about the things that maybe didn't work quite so well, because one of the things that's really relevant and useful for teachers is practical experience from other teachers. So if you can share a little bit about what did and didn't work, I think that really helps teachers understand how to make this most successful for their classroom. So that is the why you would want to celebrate success. And then how can you do this? This is my favorite part, obviously, because we get to hear from lots of different teachers. So how you can celebrate success is provide an opportunity for teachers to teach other teachers. My favorite one is something called speed geeking that I learned from Rebecca Hathaway in Doha, I'm going to say 14 years ago now. And the idea behind speed geeking is that it's like speed dating, only geekier. You get teachers to sit around table groups and you have one teacher at each table group that is the lead geek, and they share something that happened in their classroom that they think other teachers might be interested in. And then the lead geek will rotate around all of those tables. My most effective strategy for using speed geeking is to make those times a little bit short. So you're kind of leaving teachers wanting a little bit more at the end of that conversation. So maybe you would have the lead geek talk for about 3 to 4 minutes and have about 3 to 4 minutes of questions, and then they rotate to the next table. You can be super strategic if you really want to and actually identify the groups of how you would have things broken up. If you have so many teachers that are sharing some great ideas, maybe every teacher can't hear from every lead geek, so you can be really careful in organizing so that some people from a grade level or a department go to these, and some people from a grade level or a department go to these, and that way they have an opportunity to come together and share what they learned. So one strategy is having teachers teaching teachers opportunity, and one I like especially is called speed geeking. Another opportunity to celebrate success is something I recently learned from Heather Dowd as part of our Eduro Learning Coaching Fundamentals YouTube Live series that is coming soon. And that is just doing a popcorn in a staff meeting, which is a great way to kind of highlight awesome things that are happening in the classroom, but not making it too onerous or too intense for the teachers. So the idea would be no one has to get up in front of anyone. They just are sitting at their table groups, and then they pop up from their table and share something interesting that happened in their classroom that they think other teachers might be interested in. Another way you can celebrate success, so this is my third way, you can celebrate success is by documenting over time great things that are happening. You can do it in an Instagram account for your school, or a Pinterest board, or you can have a blog, or you can have a weekly newsletter, or you can have a website. It doesn't really matter. But if you as the coach kind of take a little bit of the responsibility of collating some of the great things that teachers are doing and then presenting it in a way that's easy for other teachers to access, that goes a long way to help spread that celebration feeling or that accomplishment feeling. Another strategy that I learned from a teacher at an EarCoast conference maybe 5 or 6 years ago, but I cannot remember the name, so apologies. If it's you, let me know, is to do a virtual high five email. And I love that idea. Super, super simple. You saw something great in a classroom, you happen to be walking around, send that teacher a virtual high five. And oftentimes, not every teacher wants to be celebrated publicly. So this is a great strategy for the teacher who maybe wants to share what they're doing, but not in a very public form. So it's nice to acknowledge the great things that teachers are doing, even if everybody doesn't need to see it. So that concept of a virtual high five is a little bit of a more private celebration, but a great way to highlight the great work that a teacher has done, even if they don't want to be in front of a crowd. Another strategy that I love, I think this is like my 5th strategy that I'm sharing here, is to have kids share the great things that they learned. So you could have students lead speed speaking sessions, you could have students pop up in a faculty meeting, you could have students run a whole PD session about something they learned in your classroom or somebody else's classroom and highlight their learning in front of other teachers. And I've done this really successfully as part of speed geeking or rotational activities and in parent sessions. If you're running parent sessions, I know that's not really what this particular topic is about. It's great to have kids there and highlight their great learning. Or if you do professional development days, having students lead sessions at those as well. And my final how strategy, number 6, is using a shared hashtag at your school that students, parents, and teachers can all contribute to. So over here in Bangkok at NIST, we have hashtag NISTIS, and that's a great community builder. People are constantly sharing great things that are going on both inside the school and then beyond on that hashtag, and everyone knows they can go and have a look and see what great learning is happening at the school on an everyday basis. Another example, if you want to take a look, is hashtag SIS Rocks, and that's where I think a lot of people have gotten started from Sheku International School's inspiration. So those are my ideas for celebrating success in your coaching role to help build that coaching culture and help people see that coaching is a really valuable practice and that lots of great learning comes from working with a coach. So I'm super excited to be sharing this last in my 5 video series with you because we at Eduro Learning are working on tons of great things around coaching for you. The thing we're most excited about is that we're getting ready to launch our 2nd cohort of the Coach Micro-Credential at the end of April. And in leading up to that, we've got all of these great Facebook Lives for you. We've also got brand new coaching courses called Coaching Essentials. And our first one, we have 6 new courses, and our first one is going to be launching next week, and it's called How to Have a Coaching Conversation. So keep your eyes peeled for that because that's really interesting. And then we have a new book. So recently we published this book, Your Connected Classroom, A Practical Guide for Teachers. Our next book is coming out, and that's called Your Coaching Journey. I forget what the subtitle is, but that's coming out soon too. And then, of course, we have that micro-credential starting at the end of April. And in leading up to that, we'll do a webinar, a roundtable of all of the coaches who have been in the YouTube series, Coaching Fundamentals, and they will kind of share the big learnings, takeaways that they got from those conversations. So all this stuff is coming. We are super excited about coaching-related resources for you. Please come check them out on edurolearning.com and let us know what you think. Let us know what you're looking for. If you have coaching questions or if you have questions about education or about technology in general, drop them in the comments. Send us an email. We want to hear from you because we want all of these resources to be super practical and relevant and useful for you as teachers and as coaches. Next week, check in around the same time for me, Chrissy, and Jeff, and we will be sharing a little bit about our favorite coaching strategies. So you can see that now we're progressing to get a little bit deeper into the coaching kind of mindset. We're going to be talking about our best strategies for coaching conversation. So we're going to dig a little bit deeper into the whole coaching experience, starting with looking at a coaching conversation with me, Chrissy, and Jeff next week. So hope to see you then. And if you're looking for more resources, please check them out on our website, Eduro Learning. See you soon.